Welcome to Pullman, Washington. Martin Stadium, home to the Washington State Cougars, and the anticipation is running high on the Palouse. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Syracuse Orange, taking on a team who is rested and ready, coming off a bye, the Washington State Cougars. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hill. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First down here for the offense. The give to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Just a short pass to the tight end. That had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Quarterback keeper. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on 4th down, especially in that kind of field position. This head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They believe they can run right here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Quick strike complete. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
The run to the left. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm now. They're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The give to the back. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for a 1st down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that 1st down on that one.
Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Washington State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They go 83 yards on the drive. And what a way to put a stamp on that one with a 41-yard run to the house. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. pistol. Takes the handoff. It's Allen. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's McCord. Fires left. Almost had the completion. Just missed it.
Well, the tight end's a guy that's going to have to be able to make plays for this offense in the passing game. That time, QB looking for the big fella. He ran a good route, just couldn't reel it in.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Looking for more room. The 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Washington State. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He finds his man. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a 1st down.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Dances away to buy time. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. Looking for a man. It's McCord. Quickly to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And the pass hits, picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Hits that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
Nice run there on 1st down. You know, this is a running back that gets better as the game goes on. So they're going to want to make sure they keep feeding him the football, let him get lathered up.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here.
Washington State, 14. Syracuse, 0.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Not much room. He gets one down to the 7.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, and that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain its 4th down.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great, and I'm going to get my inches.
I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. He'll go to the sneak. Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal. Working that left side now. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Touchdown, Cuse. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Syracuse, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Hill. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
We'll take over 1st and 10.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front, and they're able to get to the quarterback.
And they're going to be in a world of hurt if they don't get this thing going forward here on 2nd down from the 13. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Dropping back, it's Mateer. They're bringing heat. He's going to run it. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Getting some heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
3rd down, I got this. I'll take this myself. He makes the read quickly. He calls his number. He has confidence in himself. Goes and gets the first down.
Washington State going back to work on 1st down. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Great to have perfect blocking, but you can also make your own, and that's exactly what he does, getting it up to the 36.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
They'll go to the ground. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He's loose. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
These touch passes is so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and then just spread me out, make me defend so many things. And you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Quick completion to the right.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
He caught it. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Wazoo! And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Washington State 21, Syracuse 7.
On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Coming out with it, it's Hill. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Looking to scramble. Connection to the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Buying some time. Looking down the middle. Complete downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. They'll immediately call timeout.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback now breaking the field. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. He got it. And now the lead is even bigger. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Fair catch called for and made. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Back to throw, it's McCord. He'll pull it down and run. At the 40, there he goes. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
First half. With the score, Washington State 24, Syracuse.
The Cougars will kick it off to start the second half.
Number 49, set to kick it off.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Right on target this time. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And most importantly, they got the first. They've been getting pushed around up front this game and haven't created a lot of lanes to run the football, but you needed it. You needed that first down. You needed to get the sticks moving. You need to run some clocks.
Looking deep. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, Syracuse. And here they come, almost all the way back.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Alabama is on top, but it's not like Tua or Jalen Hurts or even Ken Stabler are playing quarterback, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by a field goal over Ohio State. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out, where are my playmakers? Who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David?
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. To the air, it's Batir. Uncorks it. It's complete. The expressway is wide open. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Couldn't really get started there. Pickup of 1 to the 35.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
From the gun to give, looking for room. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Going up top on first down. Got a man. It's Hills. Headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cougars! And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass.
31. Syracuse, 21.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You, keep being aggressive.
Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Well, I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Fires to the big fella. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the first down.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's second and 10. To throw, it's McCord. He's right on target. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. The short hands, it's Allen. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy, first on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield. And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. No.
Touchdown, Orange! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28.
That makes the score Washington State 31, Syracuse 28.
Kickoff team lining up to send this one away.
Sets a kickoff.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hills. Strikes the blow. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Looking for a productive play on first down. Fast motion from the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Right back to the well. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cougars. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score.
28.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Quickly out to the tight end. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. To the air, it's McCord. Finds the tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Syracuse right back at it.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Offense in the hurry-up.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. He'll pull it down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. Coming after it. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
All right, offense, it's got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
Splits the uprights. Good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville. They're up by a field goal over Ball State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
It definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on third down coming up. Let's call it third and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. Looking for a crease. It's Parker. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And this is a pressing time for this defense. They've got to understand they're backed up a little bit. They're going to run the football. They don't want to make a mistake. So I think this is the time I'm a little bit more aggressive. I got to get this football back to my offense because I'm trailing. So I look for this defense to get a little bit aggressive.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
Give to the running back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Trying to barge in. He gets into the end zone for the two-point conversion. Man, they wanted that lead to go for it, and it paid off. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range.
Correct. Don't take the sack. Don't get a negative play. But if I can be aggressive, Palmer, I'm still trying to go to the end zone to get the immediate dub.
And take as much pressure off of your kicker as you possibly can. You just got to wonder what he's thinking right now. Lots of pressure on him.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer. He wants a big play here late. Wide open, he makes the catch. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left.
That's a really nice shot play called by the offensive coordinator. And what helps that coordinator feel confident calling that play is offensive line. He knows these guys up front are going to give the quarterback time on a slow developing play to set up, scan the field, and find the open target.
Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And there's a lot of celebrating going on over there, but there is still time left on the clock. That last field goal put them on top. They're feeling good, but they can't relax yet. Have to cover this kickoff well. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He'll come out throwing on first down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Back to pass, it's McCord. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Wants to throw on first down. He'll take a shot. And it's incomplete into the end zone, and that's going to do it. That puts a wrap on this one. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about